In this video, we'll look into 5 NetExec commands you should know about that will make your Active Directory pentesting easier and more efficient. So let's kick it off with number 1, which is spider plus module. It allows us to enumerate files on the shares, and we can even do a regex to look for specific files or file extensions. For example, .kdbx, which is a key pass database file. We can just look for database files, and maybe we could find some. Crack the password for it, open it, and find some more credentials. Just one example of usage. Alright, let's look at the syntax. So we had a command here. So like always, netexec smb, specify IP or IP range, user and password, and go sham spider plus. And we can see that went through all the shares in the environment, and we can just look at the file that it generates, and it will have all the content. Let's pick this one, should have something. I'll just take in sweet time. Scan all targets. It's actually for the main. Right, let's kill it. I think it should have generated the file, so we can pipe it to jq dot. And we have all the files, but they're on the shares. Just be careful if you're scanning a large share, it might take quite a while. So when you're looking for specific types of files, as I mentioned, it's better to use regex. If you go to NetExec Wiki, you'll see examples, and just look for specific files, otherwise it will take years for it to finish. Alright, next command is gonna be Enumerate module. It allows us to enumerate installed AV on the boxes. I'm not sure if it can detect every antivirus product, but most popular ones for sure. This can allow us to find if the box that has no AV installed, and we can use that computer to carry out our attacks without worrying about antivirus blocking us or detecting us. And the crazy part is, you don't need admin rights on the box to run it. Fortunately, how it works, I'll just show you. Let's jump into the command and I'll explain how it works. cd, can just do the same, and it's going to be -m enum AV. It's only looking what antivirus is installed, so it doesn't tell us if it's running or not. But one interesting use case is if the company has 2 antivirus solutions. Well, Defender is installed by default and you cannot uninstall it, so it will always show up. For example, if the company uses another software like CrowdStrike, it could show for different machines like, hey, it has Defender and CrowdStrike installed. And you can look for other machines that have only Defender installed, and that would be almost clear indicator that somebody forgot to install CrowdStrike antivirus on the system, and Defender is probably disabled, so you should probably target the system, and it's most likely not gonna have AV enabled. So let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is domain policy enumeration. It's always useful to get the main password policy to not lock out accounts when you're password spraying or just brute forcing somebody. It's always a bad time when you lock people out. Alright, here's how it works. So always we start with SMB, our IP range, user and password, and we just specify --pass/pol. Here we're only interested in the DC itself, so you can see main password age 1 day, account lockout counter 30 minutes, main password length, password history, so password age. So this information is very useful. First, to identify if there any accounts are gonna lock out anytime shortly. And let's go to number 4. Number 4 is change password module. It's a quick way to change another user's password if you have the right permissions, such as force password change or WriteDACL over another user. Sometimes it's very useful to change the password and take over the account. So here's how it works. We need the user with high privileges, so I'll use the main admin in this case. Supply the password. And we need to specify the module. Change password. And here we need to specify the user, which is going to be the target user. Still Parker. And new pass. Let's do password 4. Before we do that, let's confirm we cannot authenticate using password 4. As we can see, status log on failure. Now let's run this command. Yeah, actually it doesn't make any sense. We have to run it against the domain controller. Just 132, I believe. Alright, here we go. Successfully changed password for Parker. Now let's try it. Password 4. And boom, it works, which is awesome. You have to run NetRPC tools or any other tools to change a user's password. You can just use NetExec nowadays. And the last one, last but not least, find all hosts without SMP sign enabled and generate a relay list to use for any type of relay attacks within the domain environment. So here's how we can do that. We'll just use password 4 and Parker. So it's gonna be, actually don't even need credentials for this. We can just do -gen -relay -list and just give it a name, relay text. And it's gonna scan all the systems and put the IPs that don't require SMB sign into this list, and now you can just parse it as -t argument for SMB relay X, I think that tool is called. NTLM relay X, sorry. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you'll put these commands to use in an ethical way, of course, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Take care.